Da, 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 da. Oh, I didn't see you there. I'm just in a sub battle with Philadelphia 76ers Now by Chat Sports. We are just under 400 subscribers from catching up with Philadelphia Sixers Now, hosted by my guy Chase Sr. And I want to pass him because it's F Philadelphia, and if you're from New York, you know what it is. So go down right now and hit that big red button to help us get to 6,000 subscribers. And you get free daily New York Knicks videos, so subscribe and join the fam. What's going on, guys? Welcome into New York Knicks Now by Chat Sports. In today's show, we got some crazy, and I mean crazy, questions to answer. We got a New York Knicks mailbag for all of you in today's show. I asked you to submit your questions on a community post, and you guys did so. And everyone that got asked on this week's community post, we answered it. So this first one coming in from George Pierce. Do you think the Knicks could trade for LeBron James this summer? LeBron James. Man, oh man. I will say this. I think this is the first summer that we're going to get LeBron James trade rumors, because those have never really been a thing. There's been free agency rumors and free agency destinations. And I think for the first time, when he's not a free agent, he's going to want out. And I think that's what's going to happen. I don't think LeBron James plays with the Los Angeles Lakers this year. And it's not because he's not a good player anymore. He's still one of the best. I mean, the guy's averaging 30 points per game at, what is it, year 19, year 20? He's 37 years old. Who knows anymore? His hair keeps going up, and so does his production. 30 points, 8 rebounds, 6.2 assists, and he's shooting 52.4% from the field. LeBron James is still one of the best to do it and one of the best ever. But let me know what you think. Should the Knicks trade for LeBron James? It would take something like Julius Randle, Obi Toppin, maybe Emmanuel Quickley, and 3 first-round picks. I mean, would you do it? I don't know. I'd have to think about it a little bit longer. If I had to say right now, shred me in the comments, but I probably wouldn't do it. I don't think he's got many more years left, maybe 2, maybe 3, but let me know in the comments section. And I don't really even like the guy because he screwed us in 2010, but get in the comments, type Y for yes, or you can go down and type N for no. This next question coming in from Atlantic Lion. What are the must moves for the Knicks need to make this offseason? All right, must moves for the Knicks. You got to go out and get a point guard. Whether it's Jalen Brunson, Damian Lillard, I think Donovan Mitchell even fits that description, or a Malcolm Brogdon, or a Terry Rozier, or Jalen Brunson. All the guards we've talked about on this channel, the Knicks have to go and make a move for a point guard. It is time for the New York Knicks to go and get a point guard. It's like the Cleveland Browns with quarterbacks. They had that jersey with the names on the back of every quarterback that's failed. The Knicks have the same thing with point guards. But finally, the Cleveland Browns, they went and got Deshaun Watson. So it's the year the Knicks go out and get a foundational piece at the point guard spot. I appreciate your question, Atlantic Line. And I got a question for you in the comments section. For everyone that's watching, what's your number one move that you want to see the Knicks make this offseason? Is it a trade? Is it a player you want to go and sign? Get in the comments. Let me know your number one move you want to see the Knicks make. Agent Super Argo, I appreciate the question. There are no savior PGs in this draft. Do we put everything into getting Brunson? I think that's definitely something we're going to have to talk about a little bit more and more on this channel. I like Jaden Ivey a lot. We're going to talk about him in a second. I don't see the Knicks getting in a position to draft Ivey unless they move up in the lottery. They're slated to pick somewhere from 10 to 12 with the odds and where their record sits in the NBA. But I kind of agree. I don't see a foundational piece at point guard that's ready to play right now and be an instant playmaker and a difference maker. Jaden Ivey could be that. I think he will be in year 3 or year 4. But when it comes to Brunson, you're going to have to pay him $20 million. Maybe you sign and trade. Maybe send Julius Randle packing back to Dallas where he grew up, and you get Jalen Brunson in a sign and trade. I don't know if you go all in on Brunson. I mean, the most I would want to pay him is about $20 million. I wouldn't go much higher, but I appreciate the question. That's kind of my take on it. I'd be down for Julius Randle and Jalen Brunson sign and trade. This next question coming in from Bob Oden. If the Knicks win the lottery, who should they pick? I might have gave my answer away just a second ago, but I'll tell you in a second. But if you want the Knicks to win the lottery this year, reverse the curse of the frozen envelope of the Patrick Ewing lottery, go and like this video. I don't think it's an exact science, but I heard from people over at YouTube, the more likes we get on this video, the higher chance the Knicks are going to win the lottery. So don't be that guy. When the NBA lottery comes around and the Knicks don't win it, you're going to be like, damn, if I just would have liked that stupid kid's YouTube video, the one with the widow's peak, we might have won the lottery. So go down right now and like this video. But Bob, back to your question. If the Knicks win the lottery, who should they pick? The only guy I would go with is a point guard, and that's Jaden Ivey. What he's done this past year at the collegiate level, I think really makes him the number one point guard in this prospect. 17.3 points per game, 3.1 assists, shoots about 36% from three, and 46% from the field. I've almost held myself out from going to watch Jaden Ivey highlights because I don't want to fall into the trap that, hey, I want to fall in love with his highlights, but not be in space or in the round or pick range to go and get him. Ivey's a guy that's going to go in the top 5, no doubt about it. Do the Knicks jump into the top 5? I doubt it. But if I had to choose someone that if we won the lottery, it would be Ivey. I think he's a point guard that could turn this franchise around. I'm not ready or 100% sure he would do that year one as a rookie, but a backcourt tandem of Ivey, Barrett, and Emmanuel quickly coming off the bench, sign me up for that. I'd be down, and I know you would too. But maybe you don't have an idea or want the Knicks to win the lottery for a weird reason. Maybe you're just an NBA draft guru and you got a sleeper that they should go and draft. Name someone you want the Knicks to draft in the NBA draft. Get down in the comment section and let me know a prospect you want to see wearing blue and orange. This next one coming in from Who Knew? I'm going to be honest. I think I'm saying it wrong, but I'm going to go with Who Knew. Who should we be looking for at our new head coach? Well, I don't want to be the bearer of bad news, but I don't think Tom Thibodeau is going to be fired. Do I want to see him get fired? I'm kind of split 50-50. I think he's a good coach. He knows how to get the best effort out of players. He knows how to coach a defense, but he lacks how to coach an offense. He doesn't really have an offensive game plan. His rotations don't make all that much sense. Like in the last 3 weeks, Alec Burks has played the most minutes out of anybody in the NBA. That should not be a thing. I have good and bad with Tom Thibodeau. But if I were to say the number one replacement, maybe not on my board, from but things I've read and people I've talked to, it's Johnny Bryant, the assistant coach for the New York Knicks that came over from the Utah Jazz. The reason they hired him is because he has a great relationship with Donovan Mitchell. So if I think that Tom Thibodeau were to get fired, it would be Bryant. I think he would step in and assume the Knicks head coaching spot. But make the call for me. Maybe you have someone else. Maybe it's Quinn Snyder. I don't know. Maybe someone else. Maybe you want to go and get Frank Vogel after he gets canned by the Los Angeles Lakers. Just give me a name in the comments section about someone you think that should replace Tom Thibodeau. I appreciate everyone that has made New York Knicks Now a part of your day today. You're a real one, so let's do this. If you go down in the comments and say, go New York, go, like the song, like, go New York, go, I will give you a shout out on the very next New York Knicks Now. So do it, comment it, and I'll give you a shout out. I appreciate you. Hit that sub button. We're trying to get to 6K subs.